Thank you. That was awkward. So I'm trying to share the screen. This one. Everyone can see
Yeah.
my amazing presentation? Okay, so disclaimer, I'm not very good at PowerPoint presentations, so it probably sucks, but like bear with me, just like I trying my best. So it's about my OSCP journey and like how to prepare and like yeah. So who am I? So I'm obviously an amazing person, and I'm a penetration tester. Uh, I've been called a Wonder Woman of cyber, so yeah, I'm claiming that. And yeah, I think I'm a one woman army because I used to be QA slash test engineer and like the only tester in the team that has to had to do all the tests. So that's why I think I just like need to sit and like learn, and then I can do anything I am asked to. So that's why one woman army, and I've been called like chosen to be one of the 40 people under 40. So that's like convenient in cybersecurity for the year 2023 by the top cyber news magazine. So that's like I don't know. I'm really honored to be chosen. And so the course has a lot of text in here, so bear with me. So OCP, I think we, like most of us, will know what this is about, but it's like a self-paced course, and you have to test. I have not machines, and yeah, you just pretty much have to hack machines do during a 24-hour exam, and it's proctored, so no cheating. And there's like links on the bottom of the screen, so I will share the presentation later, so you can read more. And so it's like for me, it's quite pricey one, but I will come back to that later. And who should take it? So anyone who wants to be a penetration tester or just is a penetration tester and just want to check the skills that he possesses and like what is this about and why did I take it. So yeah, I just wanted to prove to myself that yeah, I'm a skilled penetration tester, but I guess I don't really need to pass an exam certification to know that. So I just have to believe that I am. Oh, but it's kind of like when you have the certification in hand, and it's like everyone else like knows. Okay, we don't have to grill you on the job interview. We already know that you have skills. So yeah, so that's like I guess helpful. So that's again a lot of text, but just wanted to show you guys what the course is about. I went through the old one, so the 2022 one. So the bottom of the right bottom of the screen, that's what was taken from the course. So no more command line fun, practical tools, bash scripting, and buffer overflows. That actually makes me happy because that was like not an easiest thing to go through and kind of like nerve breaking because it wasn't really explained in the course, so I had to, yeah, I had to Google that and like be entrepreneurial there to do those exercises. So it's like, yeah, that's so I'm happy they just taken out and moved to another different certification, and it will not be featured on the exam. And what is like new now? So I didn't quite went through the new course yet, so just only partially. But I already see that there's like more web replication attacks, and that's really nice because like that's mostly what I'm pen testing lately. So it's like kind of like useful to know, to be skillful with web penetration testing. And there's like more Active Directory contains, so that also makes me happy because it would be well explained, and like most of the machines on the exam are Active Directory. So yeah, that's helpful. And so like a new thing is also writing reports and effective learning strategies. I think that's really useful, and like just to go through the material and just get some notes from that, because you will definitely use it later in your life. So yeah, I think that's a good idea to put it in the course. So yeah, how to prepare before you start. So there are like prerequisites for the course. And so you have to have some networking knowledge and Linux and Windows administration experience, or like, for example, how would I prepare? So I went through CompTIA Network Plus course to know more about networking and Windows Linux administration. So I also went through TCM security courses on Windows and Linux Prevesc. So that was like maybe not the same, but you have to know like the basics, because yeah, OSCP is not beginner friendly, and like the course itself. So just be careful, like don't rush it in your career. So just make sure that you understand the basics, and then just go there, because you might be just throwing yourself into deep water, and yeah, that might be hard. And also like Bash and Python scripting could be useful, because you have to write exploits, or like find errors in the exploits, or yeah, that's like good to have, but maybe not necessary, because you can Google and like research the task when you're at it. But yeah, just will be helpful, I guess. And so that was the question actually that I asked myself a lot of times during those 3 months. Why am I doing that to myself? Because that's not an easy course to go through, and it's like definitely a learning curve. And so at first I entered the course like just wanted to have the certification in hand. So I thought, oh, I will have OSCP. I would just put it on my wall, and I would be so happy looking at it every morning when I wake up. It's like, it would be awesome. But then I started to go through the course, and I saw like they are like showing you everything what you have to know as a penetration tester from A to Z, pretty much like all the topics are like really well thought of. And so when I started going through the course, I realized that the certification itself is not the goal I'm going after. It's just like a cherry on top of the cake. And the cake for me is like to know that I'm a good penetration tester. So yeah, that's like a mindset change for me. And so I have to think like, yeah, why am I doing that? And I guess the mindset will be good. So if you will not pass at the first time, it's not a problem, because it's just like a cherry on top, right? But then that knowledge that you gained, no one can take that away from you. So yeah, like have to think about that. And how to prepare. There's like a lot of slides how to prepare, and like emotionally, because when I entered the course, I was not prepared. So I had some problems with focusing, and I think I went through some kind of a burnout phase, and I was like really in a bad place in my life, I guess. So I just went into the course like hoping like, oh, it's like so amazing. I wanted to do that for so long. And then I was just like, damn, you cannot focus. It's like a month of your lab time lost, kind of. And it's like, yeah, so you have to like think, yeah, are you prepared? It's like, are you committed to and motivated enough to just go through 3 months of intense study? Because it's really stressful to know that you only have like 3 months, and when you have like, there's like, I will talk about that later, but what kind of way you want to go through the course. So I decided to go through the course and then do all of the exercises and kind of like approach the challenge of getting the extra 10 points of the exam. So although I knew that I would go through the course fast, because I already had like the basics of knowledge and just had to fill the gaps and then go to the labs. But I'm happy that I didn't do it the way I planned it at first, but I went through the exercises because I've learned so much, and I also learned so much like to research stuff online and like troubleshooting. I already was good at it before, but it's like, I don't know, at certain point you get like some kind of a mastery there. So yeah, the commitment. Just check it for before you start the workspace, or yeah, do you have like a room to study and it's like as a quiet place, good lighting, like comfortable chair. Do you feel like, yeah, you can spend a lot of time sitting up, sitting down, and like just going through the material? It's important to take breaks as well and just like exercise. But yeah, we'll talk about this later. But it's like the workspace and like, can you focus? Yeah, that's important. And support, like I don't know if you have like a if you are like, for example, a young parent, and so do you have the support of your family, like of your wife or like your friends? Will they understand that, yeah, you have to disappear for 3 months or more, and you will not be able to go for like social gatherings and like stuff like that, because like you have priorities and you want to focus at your priorities and learning? And yeah, so I had some traumatic experiences like the year before, and like I just threw myself into like learning with my hashtag learning every day, right? So I didn't process that fully, and it's like already told was saying about that, but like my first month was like, yeah, I was not prepared. So it's like, check yourself. Is it like, are you okay? Is it everything in order at you? And then decide uh, to go into the course and not push yourself into the study, because I felt like there's like a pressure at work, or like I also put a lot of pressure on myself because I was dreaming about this course for a long time. I just couldn't wait. I was like, I want to do it now. So yeah, just like double check, and you'll be okay. Strategically, that's what I started to talk about. So before you start, you have to decide what road you want to pursue, and if you want to just go through the course and then go straight into the labs, then yeah, that's fine. But then you're missing out on the 10 points that are extra on the exam, and they might be like really helpful if you will not get all of the machines right. And taking notes is really important, because when you go through the course, they use all of the things that you've learned and went through the exercises and like the the curve the curveballs that they throw at you. So they use it at the labs. So make sure that you make good notes, because then you might be stuck and like, yeah, how to do it? I don't remember. How did I do? How did I finish that exercise? And yeah, it's like you're wasting time here. So first you have to decide, and then not to waste time, just focus the most that you can. And so I went through, at first I wanted to do the course and then labs. But yeah, my friend explained to me that, yeah, that's not a good idea, Dorota, because you will just read it and forget it the next day. and he was kind of right. Although I had my notes, but with like doing the exercises, you get like the muscle memory, and yeah, that's like a better way to learn. And so yeah, strategy, and so mentally. So what is important to, yeah, I know if you're in your 20s, then probably you're good on like eating chips and drinking beer, but just like eat well, right? Because you need, your brain needs energy, and yeah, so you need brain food, so good fish, and like the picture shows it all, like good fats, yeah, veggies. So you can crack a beer open when you finish exercise or get a ref show, but yeah, just like take care of yourself, right? And also, if you like spend a lot of time learning and focusing, like your brain is like constantly working. So it's really important to exercise, just like to take a breather and just like clear your mind. So, for example, I started ice skating, and it really helped me a lot to focus and like, yeah, be more in the zone when I went to the labs, because I already released all of the like, I don't know, bad energy or like, I don't know, confusion and like stress out of my body, and then I could just like sit and yeah, learn. And also the daily stoic is something that JJ Davy recommended to me, and I really, yeah, appreciate that, because it's like a great book and you can just read it every day and think about wise quotes that you just read, and just practice the stoic ways, because I'm not a very patient person, and I'm, yeah, it's like I might seem to be like very like calm and so on, but like inside of me there's a lot of energy going on. So I just need to do a lot of spurts, and then also try to read wise books like that. And also what is important, like the hacker mindset. So you need to, like, overall, not only in the course, but to be a penetration tester, to be a tester at all. So like you need to be interested in that, right? So like you have to have the desire and the interest of solving problems and curiosity, and like, oh, I'll click here and click there, like, yeah, you know, like uh, and more about that. So yeah, I already thought about, yeah, the curiosity, and so yeah, so trying to understand how the system works. So yeah, I think that's important and like a crucial part of being a penetration tester, to have like a certain mindset to you. Okay, I'm a bit stressed, so yeah, bear with me. And that's important too, because I have to admit I have a problem with that, because when I get obsessed with something, and I love like pen testing and going through try hack me's and like hack the boxes and like whatnot. So there I just like sit and like do one after another, and then it's like not really healthy. So you have to just pause and take a break, go for a walk, and especially on the exam, if you're stuck, then just like don't push it. So if you will just like start chasing your own tail, you will probably not get it right and just lose a lot of time. So you might be stuck in like a rabbit hole and you will not realize it. So just stop, take a break, go for a walk for like 5 minutes, just go outside, look at like green trees or whatever, listen to music, and just, I'm sure that it will come to you when you would just sit, and then you have like a fresh mind and you will nail it. And so what is important to learn from failure. So I'm really good at failing, if I can say that. So I'm learning a lot from that as well. So uh, I just have to check if I still have time, because I'm talking a lot. Uh, so what is a good exercise is just to set a timer and attack like a machine of your choice, and then if you do it in the allotted time, then set like create a challenge for yourself and try harder, right? This is what the OSCP tells us to do. So if you succeed at the easy machine in the allotted time, then just like go for a harder one and yeah, try yourself like that. Make a lot of notes. That's really important to make notes, because then on the exam you can use your notes and you can Google stuff. But if you have good notes, then you're not really wasting time on like Googling and like watching things on YouTube or whatever. And you cannot really go through walkthroughs. So on the exam, so make sure to go to a lot of labs and walkthroughs before, and make notes from that. Like call them like, I don't know, Active Directory or like LDAP or whatever, and then you will know what routes you can take and like what is possible to do on the exam. Because yeah, you cannot cheat. So just like the notes are really important. So that's yeah, focus on doing that. And so it's important like failing. You learn by failing. So just don't be hard on yourself, because if you fail and you just like find a way to get through that and like find a way to resolve your problems, and I don't know, ask other people, ask for help, and then it also you're learning like that, right? It contributes to your progress and like to your growth. So yeah, just don't be hard on yourself. You just like sometimes I'm just like, oh, I suck at this, maybe I should work at the grocery store. But then I think, Dorothy, you're learning. So yeah, just like give yourself some grace. And how to prepare technically, I will not read that, but just like we'll share the presentation later, so you can just go through that. And also there is like source on the bottom of the page, so you can also there's more text in the source, so you can just go through that and like check, oh, am I prepared technically? So I'm already seeing that I'm not exactly prepared because I don't have VMware Player installed. I use something else, but just need to yeah check that before and read the documentation of the exam. Just not be stressed about it, because it's like, oh, I saw OSCP, but and then just sit and read, and you'll be less stressed if you know what you can expect, right? So how to prepare? There's like a lot of OSCP-like machines. There's links on the bottom of the page as well. In the Google Docs file, there's more of the VMs that are really similar, like the OSCP exam. There's like just a screen, like a part of it. So I just wanted to show that those exist. And also proving grounds, exploited database, Vulhub, useful. Also, I didn't put it in the screen in the slide, but TryHackMe has an offensive security path, so maybe that's a good thing to start with. For example, with preparing yourself before you just enter the exam, and also just go through TryHackMe. They have like a penetration testing path with the academy. It's like, yeah, it's really cool resource to and helpful to go through. And join the Discord and Twitch channel. On the Twitch channel, there were a lot of like walkthroughs and I don't know, like learning sessions, like Active Directory and like buffer overflows, and they didn't really use. There were some like streams that they were showing like, oh, I'm doing this exercise like this, and they showed like very like this discreetly, but already you saw that, oh, there's like they're showing how to do this exercise, and I was stuck for like 2 days here. So it's really helpful to just like make yourself knowledgeable and just watch the streams and like make notes. The streams are later on available to you when you buy the course. So like a part of the course, you can also have all of the streams that they had, but like for free. You can also only watch the one that is like available live, or like to two streams that are like archived there, like on the screen, right? That's what I saw today on the page, on the Twitch page. So as well, the Discord channel, a lot of people told me, Dorota, join the Discord channel. And I was on the Discord channel, but it wasn't really helpful to me because I didn't know that I have to use like a special comment and add myself to the channels. So don't be like me, because I found out about it like 2 months in the course. Just go there straight away before you start and add yourself to the channels. Ask for help if you don't know how to do it, because on the Pen 200 general like exercises labs, like here on the screen, I'm not sure if my cursor is visible, but here they're like really useful, and you can use special comments to get hints on the exercises and also ask people. There are a lot of people that are like making sure you get the answers and like answering them. A lot of people already did the exercise and are like sharing how they did it, or like the magical ways of the hackers. I don't know. And yeah, so just make sure you go there because it will make your life easier. And yeah, don't be like me, because I made myself my life really hard at the beginning of the course. So just wanted to do everything myself. So yeah, just ask for help and like reach out, and just don't be like a selfish person to be by yourself. Just like be in the community. That's like really what is it about, and like what is the problem. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to vent here, but yeah, I don't think I will that much. But there were the course is pricey, so I was really surprised about how bad it was, because some of the flags, for example, imagine the situation. I spent 4 hours of my life researching the subject because it wasn't really explained in the course that well. So I had to research it by myself. And then after 4 hours, I get the flag on the exercise. So yeah, it wasn't easy. And then you paste the flag in the submit like spot, and you found out that this flag is broken. So it's like, you don't get the points here, right? So, but at a certain point of the course, I just went pretty zen, because when I started, I was so angry that I just wanted to smash my keyboard when something wasn't working. But then I was just like, okay, yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's okay. That's off sick. I'm not worried. So with the flag that wasn't working, I just had like previous 5 flags, so I already had 80% of the points that I needed. So I just like, not bother. Let's go further in the course. Just I don't need this stress in my life. But it's just like I was really amazed, because I thought I had a lot of respect for OSCP for creating Kali Linux. But when I started the course, there was like the respect was like slowly dropping, because the course was like really outdated. Like a lot of things weren't working or didn't exist anymore. It wasn't really well explained. Yeah, some of the chapters were like really from A to Z, leading you by the hand, but most of the stuff I had to research myself. But I really want the certification, and I really want to pass. So I was determined. So I just like make sure that, I don't know, you know what you are up against, and like you have like a certain mindset, and like your priorities straight, or why are you doing that to yourself? Like, So if you like know that you can progress in your career with the certification, of course you will just bite your lip, and what can I do, right? I just have to pursue the course further and like try not to be angry. So it's like a lot of problems, and I was really surprised that it's like too short in enough. So what are the like similar exams that you can try yourself with? So yeah, it's not wine, but I have to drink something. So similar exams are like the TCM security practical network penetration tester, and a lot of people like are asking me, oh, what would be the path that you take? And a lot of people have like this idea, oh, I would do CompTIA Security Plus, and then the practical network penetration tester from TCM Security, and I will go to OSCP next. So I would say that's a great idea because Security Plus will give you like a solid background of security knowledge, and practical network penetration tester is really a great certification. Although I didn't go through the course entirely, but I went through part of it, and it's really good. It's really good. It's not overpriced. It's well explained. It's a lot of examples, a lot of life, I don't know, examples like real life, like the presenter went through like a certain situation that he is talking about that. So that's really like really eye-opening, I would say. It's a really good course. And I think this certification will get more recognition in time. It's already starting to be more visible. And yeah, I think it's like a good idea. Yeah, but it's for you to consider something. And also, I'm really intrigued by this one, Certified Penetration Testing Specialist from Hack the Box. The contains are like really similar to ICP, like the one from TCM Security. I would say that those are like three very similar certification. And although I didn't go through the course myself too, but I just heard from other people that tried that this one is a bit harder than OCP. So if you're like collecting certifications, then yeah, a Security Plus, the one from TCM Security, OCP, and this one, that would be like a, I don't know, nice thing to have in your CV, I guess. And you can like think, oh, I'm so awesome. Oh yeah, I'm amazing. So yeah, what would I choose? Yeah, it depends. Because yeah, with OECP, it's like really well recognized, although it's really a painful certification to go through. But a lot of recruitment agents are just like looking specifically for that to know that you have the skills. And also project work, when you work for a company that does penetration testing for clients. Some of the clients just have a requirement that the testers have to have certain certification, and that's sometimes that's OECP, sometimes that's CompTIA, sometimes that's like the pursued practitioner for web penetration testing, for example. So yeah, that's like something to have in mind, that although the one from TCM Security is amazing, but it's not so well recognized. I think I'm slowly running out of time. So, but we are at the summary, luckily. So, although it's pricey and it's not so easy, so it's not beginner friendly. You have to have the background and like prerequisites there. And although it was like outdated and like technical issues, and disclaimer, so I'm talking about the 2022 version that I went through, and I didn't go through the newer one. I hope it's better. I really hope it's better. So yeah, but like the perks are that you actually are paying not for the course itself, but for the lab environment to go through. Yeah, to practice the attacks and like your skills, and so just look at it that way, that you're paying for the lab environment and just like to check your skills, and not exactly for the course, because you can just do that like by googling by yourself for free, but the lab environment is like really something precious there. And yeah, I already said about that OSCP is required by the client, or like looked for the job requirements. And yeah, I had to share a motivational quote. So I have to say that just believe in yourself and just like don't be harsh on yourself. Yeah, I had some moments that I'm a shitty penetration tester. Yeah, just don't do that. And like you're learning, it's okay. So not everyone is like master at Active Directory on day one. So just believe in yourself and like go for it, I guess. And any questions, I guess. And I will just if not, then just like the floor mat
Can you hear
I will
me,
get because I'm an
Dorota?
introvert. So live, laugh, and leave fast. And yeah, that's me. If you want to follow me, then check my LinkedIn page. And I guess that's it for me.